So, good evening. I'm speaking from Chithurst Buddhist Monastery, south of London, UK. This is the first Buddhist monastery in the UK I went to visit as a layman before I ordained. And I've been invited to stay in Ajahn Karuniko's old kuti. Ajahn Karuniko is staying in our retreat kuti in Buddha Bodhivana Monastery near Melbourne. I'm staying in his old retreat kuti at Chithurst Buddhist Monastery in the UK. So that seems quite fitting. And this is how the Sangha look after each other. Wherever we go in the Ajahn Chah Sangha, we get welcomed and looked after, and that makes life convenient, particularly for me at the moment because I'm visiting my father, but I come back to sleep and stay and practice in this kuti at night, and then in the day I go over to my father's house and give him support. As you know, my father is close to his death, so this has brought up the recollection of the Buddha. His own father, King Suddhodana, was an important student of the Buddha when the Buddha was first enlightened. It took a few years of practice and teaching, and then he went back to visit his father at his hometown, Kapilavastu, and taught his father to see the danger of attachment to the senses and to contemplate the impermanence of body and mind. And his father became a stream winner. Then over the years, the Buddha had interaction over and over again with his family, and at the end of his father's life, the Buddha again went to teach him, and particularly emphasized contemplating to see feeling, pleasant and unpleasant feeling, as impermanent and not self, and particularly unpleasant feeling, dukkha vedana, comes up strongly, and my father is experiencing some of that. He's experiencing periods when he's a little confused or even asleep or drowsy, and then periods when he's lucid again and we can talk to him. So somebody in that position, we follow the Buddha's teachings, encourage him to recollect the good that he's done in his life, and he has done much good in his life. He was a teacher by profession, so ever since I can remember when I was born, he was already a teacher. So his whole working life he was a teacher and did a lot of good for his students and for the community in general. Like most teachers, he's very community minded and aware of the importance of helping others, and he gave his time very generously to many people, went far beyond the requirements of his job on many occasions, and I can remember those occasions, so I talk to him and remind him of all those good things that he's done for other people, the good that he's done for his family, me in particular, some of my recollections. And the hope is that when you talk through some of the good from somebody's life with them, this reminds them, brings them joy and happiness, even though physically their body is weak and painful. And then the most important teaching, but the most difficult teaching, is to encourage him to contemplate the feelings, painful feelings, as just painful feelings, to let them go, not grasp onto them or suffer with them, but to know them with awareness and let them go, which is difficult, but it's still something we have to practice in order to keep our mind free from stress. So we're just reminding him to do that, giving him some massage, can feed him a little bit of water, but he can't take solid food or even much liquid now, but we have to accept that. That's what it's like at the end of your life. And our aim is just to keep his mind in a wholesome state, remembering the good he's done, seeing the good in his life, and we'll see how we go. So that's my update for today. Staying in Chithurst Buddhist Monastery overnight, and very beautiful forest here.